This is a joke, right? Right? It's a joke.
Eric, are you all right?
You setting me up here, Dorothy? Is this a setup?
Who the hell is Dorothy?
This is Dorothy, right here. You talking what, cat got your tongue? Oh, it's the first time I've ever known you to be at a loss for words.
You know this man?
Yes, from West Virginia. He's the one who saved me.
Yeah, she knows me. She destroyed my home, had a lawyer write me a letter absolving her from any responsibility.
You saved Erica's life. Can I tell you how grateful I am? Thank you very much. Please, have a seat.
I'll just take my check and be on my way.
Well, actually, I'm afraid it's a little more complicated than that.
Oh, my Lord. He reminds me of Palmer. Now I get it. Get what? Palmer meant in my dream. He said he was coming back.
Stick.
You know the deal, Agent Bennett. There's no way I would have confessed to framing Erica without your personal guarantee that I would get off. So you make sure those charges against me are minimal and no jail time. Don't call my home, all right? I don't want my wife to find out about our arrangement. Once the case is closed, I'll wire the rest of your money. So, my sentencing should be in, like, what, a week or two? Okay. Thank you.
You could be sent to prison in a week.
Well, that was my lawyer. He's working really hard to try and get the charges against me reduced.
Then if there's the attempted murder charge on top of that, I mean, everyone still thinks that we tampered with Erica's plane.
It doesn't matter what they think. There's no way they're going to connect me to that plane crash. And the only possible link is the mechanic. And I paid him very well to disappear.
What else can we do?
All we have to do is not to worry. I've taken care of everything. You're safe. And so is your company.
What about my husband?
Your husband is doing just fine. Trust me. And trust that I will protect you, no matter what.
Thank you, David. Thank you.
You're really Palmer's nephew?
Maybe you should check with your lawyers before speaking to me. Now, what is so difficult? Why don't you just tell me why my uncle wanted me here so I can hit the road?
Well, your timing's very good. We were just getting to the portion of the will where he talked about you. So, well, he wanted... let me just read what he had to say. I leave full ownership of Cortland Electronics to the one remaining member of my family, whom I trust completely, my nephew, Caleb Cooney. Caleb will remain in Pine Valley for at least 1 year and run the company side by side with Erica.
Oh,
I don't
no
think
way
so.
in hell.
How can I thank you?
You never have to thank me. I already told you that.
But I do. Fusion is safe. The investigation is over. And I never would have asked you to do this. I never would have expected you.
Listen to me. I want you to be happy, all right? I want you to get everything you deserve. And I'm going to do everything I can to make that happen. Don't you know that by now?
You've proven that over and over again. I just feel so guilty.
Why?
For attacking you, blaming you. I was so caught up in all this drama, I forgot that I can count on you and what our marriage really means. That's going to change.
I like the sound of that.
How would you like to spend the rest of the day with me? Whatever you want to do.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we go home? We'll open up a nice bottle of champagne and see where it takes us.
Lead the way.
There's no way I'm going to spend another minute with this man.
Anybody here have earplugs?
Okay, look, I know this came as a shock to you.
A shock. It's crazy. Jack, asking this mountain man to run a corporation, I mean, that's like asking a gorilla to perform brain surgery.
Oh, I could compare you to a monkey, but that would be an insult to the monkey.
All right. Look, let's just read the rest of the will. How would that be, okay? And then we'll discuss this. Can we please do that? Out of respect for Palmer.
For Palmer.
Why would anybody want to change his name from Pete to Palmer?
Preserving my family legacy, not just in deed but in name, is of utmost importance. Therefore, I would like Caleb to change his surname from Cooney to Cortland. Finally, every resident of this town deserves a proper welcome. So, by the end of the summer, I'd like Erica and Caleb to co-host a party to formally introduce my nephew to Pine Valley.
That's not going to happen, Captain Marvel. There's only one thing worse than people, and that's a room full of them.
I remember now. Palmer mentioned you a couple of times. Said you lived in the woods.
Well, isn't that fascinating? We're going to have to catch up sometime.
Okay, this is Palmer's day, and we're not going to ruin it. You and I are going to talk alone.
Your mom and Caleb don't exactly get along. You can't see them as business partners.
Well, that guy does seem to be a little rough around the edges. I think your mama can take care of herself.
How come you never mentioned where you were from?
I don't know. How come you never mentioned that your last name was Cooney?
And that box that you were always carrying around, was that from Pete?
It sure was. Belonged to Palmer. We were always very, very close. Even up until the end. And I know that the most important thing to Palmer was family, but I cannot think for the life of me why he would want you to move here and own his company.
Well, neither do I, Dorothy. I have no use for Cortland Electronics, and I have absolutely no interest in living in a place where everybody's got their nose in everybody else's business.
I know you'd rather live alone with your axe, away from the real world.
Well, if this is reality, Dorothy, you can have it. Pete knew that I hated his way of life. So this has got to be some kind of mistake or some kind of a joke or some kind of punishment. Especially pairing me up with you.
Oh, let's get one thing straight right now. You and I are not now and never will be any kind of a pair. And yes, asking you to run Cortland Electronics, that most definitely is a joke.
Oh, you do it better.
My manicurist would do it better.
Well, good, then I'll turn it over to her and she can run it, okay? Maybe she can also arrange your fancy wedding. Nice rock, by the way.
Thank you. Jack has great taste.
And perfect hair.
Yeah, he showers. He actually takes care of himself. I'll drive you to the bus.
I'd rather walk.
Hold your horses there, Mr. Caleb Cooney. Before you go anywhere, you're going to hear what I have to say.
Hell! Who would lock us out of our own house?
The Pine Valley Police Department.
I don't understand.
Neither do I. I always pay my rent on time, every month.
You don't own this place?
No, it was never for sale. But the agent representing the Grays never said anything about wanting me out. This doesn't make sense. Why don't we go visit our good friend, the chief of police?